How's it going, everyone? My name is Derek Afasi. I'm the owner of Afasi Financial Group. Today's topic, I want to discuss in full detail inflation-adjusted annuities and fully explain, the pros and cons regarding how a lot of inflationary riders work with annuities, and then why that's typically not the best way to go about an inflation-adjusted annuity, and how to set up specific type of planning aspects, making sure that you're covering those inflationary expenses throughout retirement. So what happens in the first bullet point, I say increasing income to cover inflationary expenses. Typically, an individual is going to go and they're going to retire, or at least be planning for retirement, or currently in retirement, and they're going to go off of three main aspects that they want to make sure is covered. The first aspect is they want to make sure that there's an income that's always going to be there for the rest of their life. Meaning, maybe this income source is going to be through Social Security, maybe it'll be through pension and Social Security. And then they also have retirement accounts that are saved up, such as IRA accounts or cash accounts, whatever the case may be, that they could then leverage as a third source of income. So when someone's doing their plan and they're trying to incorporate, okay, these are my expenses currently, well, many times what's missed is the individual does not properly plan for the inflationary expenses, such as, groceries or, food or different things that are going to constantly increase each and every year, saying, a car in the 1990s was a lot cheaper than a car today. A gallon of milk in the 1980s was a lot cheaper than a gallon of milk today. So that increase in cost is known as inflation, and you have certain expenses that an individual might have fixed expenses, or they might have that inflationary expenses that many times are missed out in a plan. And one of back to the three main things that make up that incorporate a retirement plan, a proper retirement plan for peace of mind, is that lifetime income stream. The person has some sort of emergency money, and then the third aspect is covering that inflationary, those inflationary monies. Many times an advisor would go and they'll say, oh, the inflation, we'll just make sure to grow your money, and then, the problem will work itself out. And I've mentioned in other videos, I've mentioned in other content that, you could have your money invested in the market. You could have your money going up whenever the market goes up, not losing whenever the market goes down, but that still doesn't cover a concrete plan for inflationary expenses. Now, with a lot of these annuity contracts, and annuities are a very good, safe way on how to provide lifetime income on a flat basis, on a fixed basis, saying, okay, if someone goes and takes $100,000, well, we understand that if we have hundreds of different carriers, what might make company A better than company B is this person wants to retire in 2 years. Company A could give them an income stream of $7,000 per year, as opposed to company B, which will give them $6,000 per year. So regardless of all the fluff, and now you have all this talk of income riders and guarantee 6%, 8%, whatever the case may be, it all goes by the fact of income stream. How much income stream will these types of annuity contracts provide, and also give that individual control of their money in the aspect. What do I mean by that control? And this is kind of taking a step back, but the generalities of annuities and a lot of reasons why they were first implemented was to provide somebody would pay an insurance company a lump sum of money, and that insurance company would then provide them lifetime income for either them or their spouse, for that person or him and his spouse, or her and the spouse. So each and every year, this person, or each and every month, this couple would be receiving lifetime income. Now, whenever, let's say if they both passed away very shortly, well, the amount of dollars that they surrender to the insurance company gets to keep. So that's how a lot of the annuities were set up, and that's why a lot of people got really pissed off about annuities, because they're saying, well, I understand I'm getting an income stream, but I've worked my entire life for this money. If I don't use up all my money, I want to make sure that it at least goes to my kids, it goes to my beneficiaries. And that's why you've had more innovative annuity products that came out there, and that's why you have these income riders, which they say an individual could control their account value, grow their account value, but they have that peace of mind that the income rider is going to provide lifetime income for the rest of their life. So as we get to the first bullet point, or I guess the second bullet point, it says problems with the products. What exactly do I mean by that? Well, you have hundreds of different types of annuity contracts out there, And now you have very few of them. They have something known as inflationary riders that are attached to these plans. And there's a lot of smoke and mirrors. I always use that term smoke and mirrors because these insurance companies are very smart. They use actuarial tables. They know this data to the decimal point on exactly how they could make a profit. And I always say that there's niche criteria, there's niche companies that an individual could go and leverage the correct income stream for their specific situation and provide that lifetime income stream. So what you have now is this more of a fluff, what I've noticed. I haven't really seen too many attractive inflationary protected contracts with an inflationary adjustment rider. But what it says is, okay, rather than that company A that's going to pay the person $7,000 per year, we're going to go with company C that's going to give them $5,000 per year, but this is going to step up with a 3% inflation rider each and every year. So yes, you're going to be protected with inflation, but you're giving up $2,000 worth of income just to get that extra benefit. So there's going to be X amount of years before there's a break-even point of going with this, which is a flat payout, versus this that's an increasing payout. So that's a problem in my eyes because I want to try to show you ways on how you get the most amount of income so that you're producing that flat level income. You're taking the smallest amount of dollars possible and placing into these annuity contracts because it is necessary to have that lifetime income stream, to have that peace of mind each and every year. This third aspect is rather than say, okay, play the guessing game with inflation and just worry about that whenever it happens. We try to set up plans, and this is something proprietary. We set up a concrete plan through a retire sharp planning system that steps up in income each and every year. So every few years, you'll have a bump in your income. You'll have a bump in your income. You'll have a bump in your income. It's known as maximize laddering strategies, and it's very unique to our company. So, it makes it a lot more concrete or a lot more powerful than just saying, yes, I'm going to go into something and, I'm going to have a smaller amount of income stream, and that income stream is going to remain flat, or the income stream is going to step up. It's going to take so long just to hit that break-even point. That's where individuals have problems with these types of contracts. And yes, they're still being provided an income stream, which is fine, but they're just not able to leverage their dollar the most maximized way. And it goes by where you live, it goes by what are the offerings, and then what makes us unique is we're able to siphon through all those top carriers before we're giving you the best recommendations. And it's not just one product, but it's multiple products, it's multiple strategies to make sure that it's going to correlate exactly to your expenses. And we're going to cover the fixed expenses and then those inflationary expenses, which are most important for the concrete plan. So that's why I have down here, it says income, emergency monies, and inflation protection. We want to maximize out that emergency monies. We want to maximize out those fund monies that I like to call it, meaning that that's the money that you could risk. You don't want to go into accounts and just play this guessing game with mutual funds because it hasn't worked out for seniors properly, especially with the volatile market conditions that we've been seeing. And it's because when an individual goes into a variable account, they're paying fees within that account. They're paying either advisor fees, mutual fund related fees, 401k related fees. So those are already negatives that are going against their account. And then there's no guarantee if the market goes down, let's say it drops 20% in a given year. Well, now that person, that mindset is completely shifted because now they have to incorporate that 20% loss into their plan. So we have clients that have millions of dollars and they're still freaking out because of the fact that they're terrified that a market loss is going to occur like it did in 2008 with the 57% drop. And time again, it's because of these downward market shifts that do not allow an individual to properly retire. Typically, the happiest clients I have is somebody that has Social Security income, pension income, and they really understand what their expenses are, to the 10th degree. And when they understand those expenses, maybe Social Security is providing them $30,000 a year, maybe pensions providing them another $20,000 a year, but they want to have a comfortable $60,000 per year of income. Well, with that gap, we understand that there's a $10,000 gap. So what we want to do is place the smallest amount of dollars possible, but as much as necessary into these types of plans to provide not only the flat income stream, but then we have certain criteria met, certain laddering strategies set up to have that inflationary protection. And that's how a proper plan is set up. And that's how an individual is able to properly retire and spend their retirement dollars with confidence. It's because they could spend money like it's water, like it's going out of style, because they know that the next month a new paycheck is coming in there. So it's It's simplistic planning, but you have to make sure that it's set up the correct way. And majority, I'd say 90 to 95% of plans, or 90 to 99% of plans, are not set up properly and do not include this inflationary protection. Just this big guessing game of saying, oh, well, everything will work itself out. And no, you want to make sure that your plan is set up properly, and for each dollar that you're placing in there, what is the leverage, what is the income stream that you could get out of that type of plan. I want to thank you very much for watching this video. If you found value in this video, if you have any certain questions, we have specialists standing by 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So feel free to give our 1-800 number a call. It's 1-800-566-1002. You might be speaking with myself. You might be speaking with another representative. But we're going to try to educate you first and foremost. Make sure that you're comfortable in retirement and you're knocking off these most important aspects on how to set up a successful plan, and make sure that you're getting that peace of mind and able to spend those dollars each and every year with confidence, leveraging the correct tools, the correct financial tools to get you there successfully. We are A+ rated in the Better Business Bureau. We've always had very good reviews. We've never had any complaints. It's because of our methodical process. Once again, my name is Derek Afasi. I want to thank you very much for watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Retire Sharp, so you could have access to the